Hey, what's up, guys? Explanation Pro is here. Today I'll show you a horror, sci-fi film, The Thing. Spoiler ahead, watch out, and take care. The film begins with a preview of what will transpire in subsequent scenes. It takes place in 1982 in Antarctica. Lars, Peter, and Olav are en route to look for something. At first, they are having a good time telling the humorous story, but everything changes when the ground begins to erode and they fall on it, revealing a buried spacecraft. The following scene occurs when Dr. Sander Halvorsen enters Kate's working area, a paleontologist, and asks if she would like to join them on their Antarctic expedition. Kate is initially skeptical, but once Dr. Sander begins disclosing the information, Kate immediately agrees. Kate and the rest of the team fly to Thule the following day. Kate finally meets the various individuals who will assist them on their quest. She is taken aback when she sees a vast spacecraft. Kate is literally amazed by the spacecraft and believes it is worth traveling 10,000 miles away from her home. After seeing the spacecraft, the team organizes a meeting. They are speculating on how the spacecraft landed in that location. They safeguard anything that should remain private. Kate stands up in the middle of the night and walks to the window to see and appreciate the sky, and her roommate notices her and informs her that the first night is difficult. The following day, they successfully recover the alien's body. The team examines the alien's frozen body and prepares to excavate it. At this point, Drive Sander informs her team that he will obtain the tissue, but Kate objects, believing it is a bad idea. Kate makes an attempt to persuade Dr. Sander, but he appears uninterested in her ideas and chooses to ignore her. She exits the room, and Dr. Sanders follows her. Outside the room, Dr. Sander clarifies her specific task: safely remove the alien's body only and to refrain from contradicting him in the future. Later that night, the team hosted a victory party. They joyfully celebrate the creature they discovered, as it is quite unique. No record has been found according to a thorough search, but on the other hand, that creature jumped out despite its condition. Due to this, everybody is now worrying, and they want the creature back, and to search for it, they divide their group into smaller groups. It is windy outside. Everyone is on the lookout for the creature. Until the two gentlemen are fortunate enough to see the creature, they examine it carefully, but unfortunately, the creature extends its tentacles to pull Henrik. As a result of these, Henrik's companion calls for assistance, and shortly after that, their companions hear his call and immediately rush to Henrik. The creature is enormous, and not even a gun will be able to stop it. As a result, they directly unload the oil and fire it. The creature jumps again but becomes increasingly frail as the fire consumes all of its body parts, eventually collapsing on the ground. They hoped to save Henrik, but it was too late as half of Henrik's body was being swallowed by the creature. They immediately went to their location and retrieved the creature for the test. While carefully dissecting the creature's internal organs, Dr. Sander discovers some fascinating characteristics. Following the dissection, they use a microscope to magnify some of Henrik's tissues. Kate finds something unique while carefully examining Henrik's tissue. As a result, she allowed her companion to examine it. The cells are functional. Adam is taken aback, but Kate explains that the cells are imitating Henrik's, which is both alarming and strange. Carter and his companions are on their way out of the area. They take their time flying, but Kate notices something strange in the bathroom and dashes to stop Carter. Fortunately, Carter notices Kate raising her hands and intuitively senses that she attempts to halt them for a reason. Carter is about to touch down when something happens behind them. The other guy gradually transforms into a strange creature and swallows the person in front of him, causing the helicopter to lose control and swing through the sky, eventually landing far away from its intended landing area. The team gathers in a room to brainstorm ways to save them. They attempt to call several times but are unable to connect. Lars is about to leave the area in order to rescue Kate when she courageously discloses what she saw in the bathroom. According to her, she saw a bloody poodle and fillings. Additionally, she discusses Henrik Cell's ability to replicate a person and accusingly believes that the replicated person is one of them because everything is cleansed now in the bathroom. Still, Edvard remains unconvinced and summons Lars and Collins to assist him in rescuing him. Kate continues to attempt to stop them but is unsuccessful. Juliet approaches Kate to inform her that she observed Colin enter the bathroom holding something that appeared to be a cleaning object, but she is unsure. Kate believes that letting go is not a good idea, and Juliet suggests hiding the keys. They proceed to hide the keys, but while Kate is locating them, Juliet transforms into a creature and attempts to eat Kate, but Kate does everything she can to ward off the creature. She dashes forward and spots Carl, but due to Carl's ignorance of the situation, the creature captures and consumes him. Kate luckily saves herself, and Lars fires the creature, but the creature attempts to save itself by turning on the emergency shower, but Lars blows the fire again and kills it. They bury the creature and fill it with oil to set it on fire. After they've done it, they intend to leave the area, but Kate is concerned that it may affect the people in the place where they're going, as it's similar to a virus that spreads quickly. As a result, they decide to quarantine and conduct a test to ensure the safety of the many. They pass Carter and Jameson on their way home, and Lars is about to fire them when Kate intervenes. This is because they believe it is impossible to survive a crash in a storm. However, Kate gives them a chance, but they must be quarantined and subjected to a test. Carter and Jameson attempt to decline, but Kate states it's the least she can do for them. They went outside and discovered a massive fire. When they enter the area, they find out that it is the testing area. Everybody is now paranoid. They believe this is an act of sabotage. Because Adam and Dr. Sander were inside the room during the fire, some accuse them, but Kate gives them a chance. Kate gathers them all again and borrows the flashlight to inspect their fillings, as the creature is incapable of imitating an inorganic material. However, 4 of them have suspicious fillings, and they segregate them in a corner for the safety of the majority. Lars and Jonas make their way to the area where they quarantine Carter and Jameson. When they search the area, they are unable to spot them and discover a hole indicating Carter and Jameson escaped the room. Lars is enthusiastic in his pursuit of the two, and during his search, he is pulled and killed. Jonas immediately returns home and informs his colleague of what happened. They are all paranoid at this point, quickly accusing one another, and in the midst of their argument, they heard a tremendous sound. They went all together to investigate and discovered that it was Carter and Jameson. However, Lars determines that they cannot trust them and attempts to shoot them, but Jameson shoots him. Edvard is about to rescue Lars when he notices a leak of gas running toward the fire, which has exploded. Carter and Jameson direct everyone to enter a room after a minute. Jonas is carrying Edvard's body, and after a few minutes, Edvard's hands cut and transform into a creature, biting him. It was revealed at this point that Edvard is the creature. It has gone crazy and begins consuming everyone. However, the creatures notice Adam and approach him, starting to swallow him. The creature discovers a way to escape. Kate attempts to track him down and fire him, but he vanishes quickly. Kate returns and sees Jonas and Jameson. As much as she wishes to save them, she must fire them due to the creature's bite. Carter and Kate take a walk together in order to search for the creature and their other colleagues. They come across a remnant of the creature's body that comes dangerously close to attacking them during their search. The room is dimly lit. It's difficult for them to locate it, but they notice the piece that holds it together, and Kate seizes the opportunity to fire it. While some of their colleagues are still alive and hiding to avoid being eaten, Dr. Sander is unlucky because the creature sees him and consumes him. At this point, Kate and Carter have become separated unintentionally, and Carter is in danger because he lacks a weapon to fight the creature. He hides in a room, but the creature notices him. However, Kate is present to save him. Kate and Carter observe Dr. Sander while he is driving. At this point, Carter informs Kate that it is irrelevant whether they follow him because he will be frozen, but Kate's determination convinces Carter to follow him. Dr. Sander's car is parked at the location where the enormous spaceship is parked. They rushed there in an attempt to locate the creature, but the spacecraft suddenly opened, which caused Kate to glide downward. Kate finally sees the creature, but she runs fast and enters a small tunnel to hide. Since the creature is unable to reach her, its tentacles pull back, and Kate risks reaching for the grenade, but the creature snatches her and pulls her back. The creature is on the verge of swallowing her when Kate fires the grenade into its mouth, which explodes. Carter and Kate exit the tunnel and walk to their car. Kate inquires of Carter as to their destination, knowing that there is a Russian station nearby. However, as Kate is about to ride in the car, she notices something in Carter's ears and informs Carter that she will put the items at the back, but this is just a tactic to fire him. She confronts Carter about his earrings, and when Carter can't say something to justify himself, Kate immediately sets fire to him. At the film's conclusion, a helicopter lands on the location and yells to attract attention. Lars exits the building and points his gun at the male, requesting to open his mouth. Lars notices that he has fillings and commands him urgently to turn on the helicopter. Lars sees the dog running and determines that the creature is imitating the dog because the dog was the creature's first victim who died. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe my channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video.